Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. So, today we are going to talk about what I got at Goodwill today because when I went Tuesday, there was nothing. Actually, the only thing I bought at Goodwill on Tuesday was some shorts that were in my size that turned out to not fit me, and I can't return them because they're from Goodwill. But I'm only out about 12 bucks, I think, for the shorts. So, maybe if I lost weight, which I don't like to buy clothes under that premise, but maybe if I lost some weight, they might fit. So I'm going to hold on to them for a little bit. The other thing I bought, which I'm going to be working on, and I will put a picture of in the thumbnail on Sunday when I do my video on Sunday, is I bought like a 1990s TV cabinet, like the kind that's big enough for like your giant triangular TV. You know what I'm talking about, the old tube TVs, right? Younger people have no idea what we're talking about, but TVs used to have this thing that jetted out of the back, and it was huge, and those were considered the modern ones. My mom had a TV that she dragged around with her for, I think until like the late 80s, that was the actual piece of furniture console TV, and it stopped working, and she actually got one of the bigger, one of the big triangle back TVs and put it on top and put I think she put like a doily or something over the other screen until finally we talked her into getting like an actual TV stand and putting the other one out on the curb. But yeah, kids, that's the way it used to be. TVs used to be monstrous. You couldn't stream. There was no internet. So if you missed a show, you had to wait for it to come back around in the summer reruns. Yeah, I know the old timers will tell you, summer reruns, that's when you got to see that episode you missed because you weren't seeing it until summer reruns. So, speaking of summer reruns, I did go to Goodwill today. And believe it or not, I actually made the mistake of buying more shorts. I just went up a size to see if maybe these will fit me. I definitely gained weight when I was out sick, obviously. I'm going to take my glasses off because there's too much glare. I don't really need them for this. So yeah, I did it again, but whatever. I also went over to the sewing area, which I always do. And what did I see but this, which, by the way, there's the price. I actually kind of went through already because it was in the shoebox, but then in a bag, and it was spilling all out of the bag. I couldn't see what was in there. So let's start with the first item. Oh, look, it's zippers, because we couldn't possibly do a Goodwill sewing haul without me getting a tremendous amount of zippers. So, but some nice colors. There's some navy and there's some really practical colors in here. So I'm cool, but I never need to buy a zipper ever again in my life. There was also these, which I got to be honest, these might go right in the trash. First of all, this is how old they are. Look at that. Yeah, non-grounding plug, right? I have a set of these that are vintage and are in a really cool vintage box that I've never been able to sell on Etsy. I just don't think these are a very popular item. Let me know if any of you use these. I don't know if these are any better at cutting fabric. I've seen people talk about using the roller cutter, like the kind of craft cutter, for cutting out their patterns, but I have never seen anybody talk about these. So let me know if you used them. Now, interestingly enough, the next thing were these. Now, if you don't know what these aren't hole punches. These are for grommets. And and these are two different sizes, and I have I have a set of these already. So I'm hoping it's a different size because this one's red and this one's green and the one I have is blue. And of course, in that pack, conveniently, were the grommets. And, not for nothing, this is kind of cool because if you ever do anything that you want to do like lacing, or if you do something that you want to put the lacing through the fabric, like kind of like on a hoodie, right? Or like a shoelace. Yeah, that's the best example. These are like the shoelace things. You can do them yourself. You can also do them for decorative stuff. I probably won't get into anything like that, but And then, of course, without further ado, no haul of mine would be complete without besides zippers, without Velcro and elastic. Now, luckily, like this elastic, since you always have to smell the elastic. Like this stuff is newer and smells okay. And it's the very small elastic. This is the super small elastic and smells fine. Also, it's unopened. This one's also unopened. It's like a lingerie elastic. And then Velcro. And I have a ton of this Velcro, like literally this Velcro, this red square Velcro. I have it in blue. I have it round in blue and in red. And then on the back, where all the skirt, the hook and eye skirts, clips you ever needed, right? By the way, 2 packs of these. Yeah, I mean a lot, right? Okay. So the next thing was all of this. Okay, can you guys see all this like really cool vintage 70s style braiding stuff? Again, it's not a lot, but you know me, I'll apron it. And this one was really cool, like kind of rainbowish, right? Or Bob Marley, one of the two. A little bit of lace. Snap trim, which I've never used. Don't know what I would use it for, but okay. Some wooden beads. Some wooden macrame beads. This, which I thought was interesting, it's a to-go container, and in it is 1 little piece of ribbon and 3 spools of thread. But that's okay too. Yeah, who knows? I'll use them. I have so much thread now. Luckily for me, it was only this thread, which is just white, so that's fine. And then this little tiny bag that had some gray and blue, because you know, look, red, white, and blue. Oh, this is ribbon. I thought this was thread. Oh, this is an actual red, white, and blue ribbon. Okay, and then these things, which I'm not sure that I would ever use, but there you go, in case I need them. Oh boy, we only have 2 minutes left. And then tons and tons of this stuff again, right? So, right, stuff like this. But this was this is the thing that really attracted me. Look at these. Just tons of buttons. Some vintage, some not. Used, unused, right? But look at this cool thing she did. Look at that. You guys see? She put on a safety pin. There's 2 of them. Look how cool that is, right? How cool is that? And these, there were a lot of vintage in here. Like, look at that package. That was my favorite one just because of the package. And then there was La Mode. I have a lot of La Mode and La Chic. And then here's Lava Horn again, which I have a bunch of those. So there was all this stuff, right? And then there was this. I was like, okay, I give. What's in it? So this is going to be difficult to show you because most of these are extremely tiny. In fact, one just fell out. So I'm going to put them all on something like a piece of paper or something, piece of fabric, so that you can see them. And I'm going to take a picture of them for the thumbnail. But it was these kinds of things. So it's a patch. Another patch, which I thought this was interesting. I wonder if there was a time, because this hasn't been used. It doesn't have any sew marks. I'm wondering if there was a time you could buy like, I don't know, Levi Strauss denim? I have no idea. I can't figure this out. And maybe you were able to sew this. Maybe you could buy it separately. Who knows? But here's my favorite. Look, right? How cute. And look at Woodstock. I have no idea what's going on in this picture, but Woodstock's adorable. So the rest of it was, I'm not crazy. I'm not kidding. Like, look at how tiny some of these are. And there's a lot of them. They're very 70s style. To show them all to you would take me forever. And they're so tiny, I'm not sure how well they're going to show up. So I will absolutely put them on a piece of fabric or something so you can take a look at them. There's a business card in here, whoever that is. But they're very cool. In fact, where was the one? There were 2 that looked super vintage. Well, look, Holly Hobby, guys. But look at how cute this one is. Little Edelweiss. So that was the haul for today. Plus I bought more shorts because I'm a glutton for punishment. But yes, I am going to get this bookcase thing together. I've already started working on it. As you can see, it looks a little, there's less stuff back here. It's because I was able to clean up some of this. I mostly bought it because I needed someplace to house all of my sewing books that I now have, because I was running out of room in my legitimate bookcase where I have cookbooks and other stuff. And it worked out great. It's one of those big 1990s TV cabinets that has the space on the bottom where you were supposed to put your VHS tapes. So, yeah, so there's lots of space down there, and I actually was able to fit my printer in there and like kind of all my office supplies, because I really don't do office type stuff very often, but I do need a printer. And then the rest of it is my books and some thread and some buttons and some other stuff. So I'll take a picture of that for Sunday and use that as the thumbnail. So until my next video, which is Sunday, I hope everybody's doing well where you are. It is insanely hot today in New Jersey. I have the air conditioning on. It's super muggy because it rained all night. We had thunderstorms, really bad thunderstorms. I hope where you are, it's better. Wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you guys think of these. And yeah, until my next video, stay well. Thank you. Bye-bye.